And welcome to Sim.bc, where it is 1844, and when you didn't think it could get worse, guess what happened, mates? It got worse. Are we going to talk about business today? No. No. No, we're not. Why not? Well, because I'm saving such a juicy subject as discussing what we're dressing in order to understand how other people are interpreting us, impression management and all of that, to the days after Christmas. Now, what am I having in store for you up until then? Well, I have a plan, mates. I have a plan, but for that plan to work, I need to utilize as much time as I can today, right? Because I have decided, right, to schedule some videos for Christmas. I know. Ooh, I found a Christmas cap. It must be the best thing ever, wasn't it? Walked over Bordeaux, walked all over to the other side where Cité de Val was, and I went to Cité de Val today, by the way, gonna talk about that too. Didn't find anything yesterday. This day, however, a spontaneous little market, right, had just obscurely appeared from nowhere, it seemed. And I didn't have any cash on me, and of course they didn't take card. So I had to walk there, have a look, see things that I enjoyed. I was actually looking for Christmas presents, right, because I thought, why not? It's my last day, might as well enjoy it. Went around, found a Christmas cap, and I was like, how much is that, my good sir? I want it. And he was like, blah, 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 it's this and that much. And I was like, good, I'll take it. And he was like, just looking at my card like it was some sort of deceitful thing. And he was like, what are you doing with that? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I doing with that? I'm trying to pay you for that thing. Give me that thing. And he was like, no, I won't, never I will give it to you. And I was like, why won't you give it that to me? And it was like, because you need cash, I don't take card, because it was some kind of market, right? So in hindsight, I kind of understand why. Because they don't have cash machines and whatever. So I had to go out of my way, actually faction cash, get back to my new mate here, right? Or to my new enemy. And and I had to give him cash to buy this Christmas cap. So that was a bit of an experience, bit of an adventure within itself. I actually tried to haggle. Did it work? No. Sadly not. I was trying the silent approach just because, in school we got taught that if you're haggling with someone, try being silent to see what they do. Unfortunately, he just took the tenner out of my hand. I was standing here with my cash, right? And I was saying, I want that. And he was like, good. Just took the money out of my hand and gave me the Christmas cap. And there I stood, silent, like. He must have thought, he approves. But what I was trying to convey was I'm a hardball guy, I'm a hardball tactic here. You can't just take money from me, but he's dead anyway. It was just like, and thank you, my good man, my good sir. And I was like, I should have done something. And then he got me change back anyway. But it took actually quite a substantial amount of time before he gave me the change. Actually, it took another customer in between. Maybe he just thought like, that silent prick can walk away. And I was stood there, waiting for me change. But it all turned out, rather fair, I would say, in the end. And then I walked away from there, went to a bit of a restaurant, right? Because ever since I came to this town, I've been thinking one thing. I want to have some good Thai food. But every time I'm talking to people about good Thai places, they're always saying like, oh, I was at this one place. And I was like, was it good? And they were like, no. Okay. And then you move into the next or talk to the next person, and they're saying like, "Oh, was it this Thai place?" And I was like, "Was it good?" And no, it wasn't. No. Have anybody been at any good Thai place? And then they said like, and then one guy said like, "Yeah, it's Sankadrin. There is one, the shopping street in town." And I was like, "That's amazing. Where is it?" He was like, "It's called something blah 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 Wook, and it's in the beginning of the street if you come from Victoire." And I was like, "That's perfect, because that's my side of the street, right? That's the side of the street where I live." So today I walked there with one goal in mind. Actually, I had two goals. I wanted to eat a panini with Nutella as well, or with chocolate. No branding, with chocolate. Let's say with chocolate, right? Which I actually didn't do the entire day. I haven't eaten a panini with chocolate since I came here, and that was like my one thing I wanted to do in Bordeaux. Anyway, getting ahead of myself, I went there, right? And I was looking, scanning the area, right? I was thinking, it gotta be here somewhere. And then I saw it. I saw a restaurant that I thought looked Thai. Went in, sat down, ordered, didn't understand anything because it was all in French, mate. how was I supposed to understand? Lots of, signs and stuff. So I was like, this is probably how they speak in Thailand, in signs. No, but like how they spell in Taiwanese, whatever their, language is called. I don't actually know. Sweden, Swedish, France, French, Thailand, Thailandese. Now it's Thailandese anyway. Anyways, I was just thinking that's probably just their language, right? It took me like a good 10 minutes, even after I got the food, to realize I'm in a Japanese restaurant. And then when that dawned on me, I was looking around. I was like, "There's manga on the table. There's chopsticks here. They have this cat that's waving. Oh, that might be Chinese, but and it was so. Yes, the underlying thing was like it was so obvious when I thought about it. Like, this is a Japanese restaurant. What did I think? How could I think that this was Thai food? I've gotten ramen. That's not Thai food. There's no rice to be seen. It was only noodles and some soup-like thing. Even though the bowl was amazing that I got it in. There's a story behind that bowl as well. But okay, so I was sitting there and fully enjoying my lunch. I thought it was amazing, actually. Totally recommend it. I don't remember what it was called, but it's in the beginning of St. Catherine if you ever get here and if they're still open, right? Which they probably will be because they were splendid, right? They were pristine. Anyway, was thinking about this when I was eating. I was like, I'm such an idiot, but this food is so good, so it doesn't matter, right? I had a good time by myself listening to some music because I was actually going to head to the Cité du Vin afterwards. But then I was looking at this bowl, right? And I was like, this bowl is quite nice. It was like a wooden bowl. It was like this big approximately. This is not a good comparison at all, I see, blah, blah, blah. But it was, it was a wooden bowl. And I was like, this is a cool wooden bowl. I want this bowl. I can recognize a demand for this bowl right here. And I was actually walking over to the guy when I was done. And I was like, where can I buy one of these bowls? But in French, which horribly backfired. So the guy in the counter was asking me, are you from the US, or are you from the Great Britain, are you from England? I was like, no, I'm from Sweden. And he was like looking funny at me, like, what do you mean you're from Sweden? And I was like, yeah, je suis suédois. And he was like, okay, because this bowl I bought at IKEA. And I was like, I feel like I failed my country. I was just sitting there like, this bowl is amazing. Where can I buy such an exotic bowl? And he was like, I bought it at IKEA here in Bordeaux. And I was like, it's still quality though? So now I'm gonna go to IKEA when I get home and buy one of those because they were well good. As I said, pristine, looked premium, right? Was awesome. I that's the thing I could legitimately wish for Christmas as a premium gift. I'm like, if you're only gonna give me one thing, give me this bowl. And it probably was costed around, now that I know it's from IKEA, it's probably costed like 100 crowns at maximum, so 10 euro maybe. I think I haven't checked it out, but before that I thought like, this is easily like 50 euro at least, probably 150 euros, right? I was thinking it was such a premium product when I was sitting there, and now I feel kind of stupid. Anyway, so I went from that and went to Cité du Vin. That was the next step, or the next approach, the next stop on my day. That was the main attraction, so to say. And just gonna say yet again, just as yesterday, I'm including a little video, right? A bit of a photo or something of the place, right? Amazing place. To be honest, right? 2 amazing experiences day by day. This was actually the museum I was going to go to yesterday, but I ended up in the ballet anyway, which was awesome. But yeah, this place, such an interactive place, right? I mean, you don't think about that generally, do you? When you go to a museum, or at least when I do, I'm thinking like, there's going to be paintings in there, there's going to be old stuff in there, there's going to be things that I can appreciate because they're old and they have the uniqueness because they're old, right? This was like totally in a different ballpark because I walked in there, right? And everything was new. Everything was new. Not even like old bottles stood up. I was just standing there like, why is everything new? What kind of museum is this? But they were instead taking another approach, a more interactive approach. Like, you can interact with things here. If you put your hand down, things will change. If you do this, things will change. If you move this pin and put it here, and then you can turn it and shift it around. I think it's going to be a video on that too. In the end here, things on this thing change. It was so cool to see. Really an interactive museum, right? So I was like going in anticipating like, this is going to be rather, educational, but proper shit. You know what I mean? Not that it's gonna be a waste of me time. I like museums. I like going in and seeing old stuff. Don't quite know why, but this has a certain appeal, I must say. But when I went in here, it was more like, wow, this is another world of, museum. This is on another level. And then I went up and had a wine tasting at the 8th floor, and let me tell you, that felt cool. Not the wine though, I'm not the big of a wine guy, so I was just saying, what's the easiest wine to drink? And of course I sounded like an alcoholic. What I meant was, what is an easy wine to drink for someone who doesn't drink wine and doesn't like wine? And she was like, take this. And she was like, it's basically just water with alcohol. No, it's not. But it was, in her mind, it was like a cheap wine, and I took it, tasted it, and I thought, this tastes like... I can't, appreciate wine yet. That's obvious now. So I drank like, I don't know, a centiliter or something, and then just gave it back, and I was like, it's good enough. And she was just looking at me like, you don't know anything about wine, do you? What are you doing in this building? And I was like, I don't know. I want to interact with things. No, but it was so cool yet again. All the interaction, all the stories that was told inside the museum. If I even can call it a museum, it was more of a interactional auditorium or something. Yeah, anyway, really cool. Totally recommend it. Gonna leave me initial reactions here in a moment, right? Just gonna tell you, before we end here, because this is the end of the video, right here otherwise. I'm gonna schedule some videos to upload on the 24th and the 25th. Tomorrow I'm probably going to be able to make a video, right? And on the 23rd I think I will be able to both make and upload a video, even though I'm going to be at the airport, because I'm gonna spend my night at the airport between Friday and Saturday. Yeah, the day before Christmas, and he was alone. He was on the airport. What rhymes with alone? He was a stone. No, but yes, I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna be like, this is a proper way of celebrating the day before Christmas, yeah? I'm gonna fly in with all my presents. It's gonna be like Santa, right? Gonna arrive on Christmas Day. No, I'm actually not. I'm gonna arrive at Christmas Eve. No, I'm not either. I'm gonna arrive 55 minutes before Christmas Eve by air. I'm gonna be like early Santa coming in, right? I'm gonna be well good, I'm gonna be proper, yeah, I'm gonna be proper. But yeah, so the videos for the 24th and the 25th will be from here, even though I will be in a different geographical location. If you're gonna be like, that's daily uploads, but that wall, I recognize that wall, that's the wall from Bordeaux. And I'm gonna be like, yes, but I'm gonna be with my family, so that's why this wall is sticking with me for a few more days. So yes, keep that in mind. Otherwise, have a nice one, mate, and I'll see you tomorrow when I'm moving and having the time of my life. But I'm gonna clean everything. It's gonna be funny. Yeah. Anyway, mates, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, so that was quite an experience with the thing in the background yet again. It was sniffing, interacting, touching, viewing, listening, laughing. I totally recommend it. It was good. It was good. To be honest, right? Especially the wine tasting up there. Really, the Sky Bar, right? Highest place in Bordeaux, at least I think. No, it's probably not, but it's really high anyway. And you can see the city. So even though I personally didn't like the wine, but I don't drink wine, it was good. I recommend that too. The ballet was still better, but. Solid thing to do, like easily top 10 of the things you should do when you're here. And for being a museum, it was really fun. It wasn't just, like walking around viewing stuff with your eyes, it was more like I can actually touch this and it will change, it will move. This, if I interact with this, something will happen, things will change. So it was quite funny actually to see that they really like dig down on that aspect. So yeah, give it like 7.5 to 8 out of 10.